Welcome, foolish mortals, to a special edition of Coog Cinema Reviews. I'm Brittany.
And I'm CJ. And today we'll be reviewing, what are we reviewing? Kind of forgot.
I don't know, actually. We should probably ask somebody.
Yeah, I got my mom on speed dial. I can call her right now.
No. I got somebody better.
Well, I'm moving. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, what's up?
Madam Leota, what movie are we reviewing today?
Oh my gosh.
She sang something.
She
sang something.
Where are you getting this?
Dark spirits from the grave, come forth. Lift us from the black and show us the way back.
Dark spirits. Hey, no dark spirits now. Don't you bring no dark spirits in here. Like, hey, it's not funny. This is not funny. It's not funny. Chill. Brittany.
So, released in 2003, this film is actually based on the famous Haunted Mansion ride that opened up in Disneyland back in 1969.
That's old.
Yeah. The Haunted Mansion follows Jim Evers, a real estate agent and avid workaholic. After planning a family vacation to make up for lost time, the Evers receive a call from a mysterious client, which leads them to the ominous property of Edward Gracey. Now, having only planned to briefly discuss selling the estate, they're forced to stay the night and soon after discover that there's a much more sinister plan in mind. So let's talk about the storyline.
Yes, we should. That was interesting to say the absolute least. I'm gonna say it like that. I wanna hear what your take on it was first, though.
So I really had to think about it because I was honestly confused because I thought I just found the biggest plot hole ever in this movie. So this poor family is lured into this haunted mansion, right?
Yes.
The wife is being coerced by the creepy butler.
Something about that.
But my thing is, why was Ramsley trying so hard to reunite him with his lost love?
After all,
if he's the one that poisoned her. So that just confused me, but then rewatching it, I remembered, the whole point of this is there's a curse going on.
The whole aspect of the curse actually kind of confused me, to be honest. It was like, what?
We see how Master Gracey ends up, unfortunately.
He dies.
A spoiler alert, he dies. That is one of the most iconic scenes in the actual ride itself. And I'm gonna be very honest, I'm kind of surprised they put that in the movie.
I thought the movie was PG-13 when I was looking at it.
No, this film is PG.
It's a very, very straightforward story. It's a kid's movie after all, so it had to be kind of simple. And I think that as a kid's movie, it hit where it was supposed to hit.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a kid, I've always enjoyed this movie.
Yeah. So, the acting portion of the movie, I felt was actually pretty good. For starters, obviously Eddie Murphy's in it. French kiss.
Fantastic performance from Eddie Murphy.
I agree.
He had some great dialogue,
Yes,
witty comebacks, really corny dad jokes. Like his facial expressions were over the top, and you could always tell what he was feeling. It was great.
But how about wifey over there? What you think about her?
Her as a character is the problem. It's not the actress's problem, because it's all about writing. So my thing is, I feel like she had her moments that were really good, especially in the reveal when she was pleading with Gracey that she was not Elizabeth. But when you had more of the transitional moments, she just seemed there. She didn't really do much.
She was just a damsel in distress character at the absolute
That's how I described
least.
her.
And on top of that, she saw homie was just staring at her longingly.
Yeah, it was super obvious.
While they were eating dinner, I remember actually, she just saw Radio Rebel style, and I'm just like, bruh, your husband's right there, bro. But you know who knocked this whole thing out of the park? Ramsley.
Ramsley is
sexy. What? Evil.
Yeah, I was gonna say evil. What? No, what? Terrence's portrayal as Ramsley was honestly scarily convincing.
And I knew from the jump that he was evil by the way he kept jump scaring Eddie Murphy and the entire audience. That's how you know you have a good antagonist. When he scares you. He was creepy, he was old, just antagonist basics.
I think you low-key think he's a protagonist.
I think he is the protagonist, but let's not get into that.
This guy is pure evil.
What did he do?
I'm here for it.
What did he do? He just what? Killed
He
a woman?
literally poisoned someone.
Have you not poisoned someone before?
The special effects in this movie is pretty impressive for a Disney film. And what I mean by that is like, for the time that it was released in 2003, all the effects, both CGI and practical, really hold up to this day.
I do agree. I feel like they went as far as they should go and not as far as they could go.
Yeah.
Which is something that I really appreciate. For instance, the flying instruments, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't look overly disgusting. First time I'm actually saying good job for CGI.
And some of my other favorite parts, looking back at the effects, are Madame Leota herself. Just seeing Jennifer Tilly's head just stuck in this spear was really odd.
Speaking of decapitated corpse heads, there were zombies in this movie.
Yes, okay. The zombies are actually scary in this movie. I was actually very scared of the corpse that just rise from behind Eddie Murphy and his daughter. And then not to mention when she's like in the nasty water, like trying to find the key, and there's just this like pack of zombies like, there. I would have peed my pants, honestly. I'm sure she did. No doubt. This little, she's what, 13?
Oh,
she peed her pants.
See, now her character was way too sassy. She was forced to like be in water. And she was just waiting at the top, like, I'm looking for the key.
I'm looking.
I'm like, bro, it's
that made me so mad. I'm like, you're literally being so useless right now.
The effects couldn't make her look any more useful. That's sad. But the effects for the zombies were fantastic. And that's the T on that.
I'm sorry. All I'm thinking of surface of the water.
I'm looking for the key. Like, bro, it's solid metal. It's on the bottom.
So frantic too.
But my favorite part actually on that scene. No!
So I think because we've been talking about the zombies this whole time, the ghosts are giving us a signal that they want us to talk about them now.
The ghosts were awesome.
Yeah!
They rock.
Those special effects top everything. Zombies who? Garbage compared to those ghost effects. Did you see whenever they stepped outside and they just started glowing?
Yes.
And it just looked like they were flowing within the air? That was beautiful.
So, what was your favorite part?
There's so many moments that I really enjoyed from this film, but some of my favorite parts have to include the ballroom scene where Edward reveals he is actually the owner of the mansion, and then suddenly all of the ghosts appear behind them.
I have to say my favorite part was when Eddie was about to drive through the window with Madame Leota. He fastens her into a seatbelt and says, hold on. She's like, with what? Also, I kind of want to say, there was a scene in this movie which I did not like.
Okay.
Only because of the fact that the kids were left alone in a mansion filled with people that they don't know. We don't do that. We don't do, look at me. We don't do that. 2003, stop it. Final question from me. Do you think that this movie was appropriate for our young age group?
So this is a tricky question because I don't think children under the age of 10 should watch this film, because I just think that like the hanging scene, it's very brief, and yes, it's a very iconic part of the ride, but I just don't know if it's the most safe image to show children.
I get you.
And then of course, like, just Ramsley as a character, I love him, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to put children through that kind of trauma early on.
Okay, I feel that. That's a very good point that you brought up too, by the way. Let's see, how do I articulate this answer in a way that makes me sound a lot more intelligent than you? I don't care. Because
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this very spooky edition of Coog Cinema Reviews. I'm Brittany.
And I'm CJ.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Coog TV.
Also, don't forget to tell us what the scariest movie you've seen is in the comments below. Take care.
Happy Halloween. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary,
happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy. What the hell was that? Yo!
Hey!
What are you